Welcome back, all salty folk. Kamish here. We got some things to talk about. Week 6 behind us, week 7 in front of us. 7, heaven. Ugh, I cannot wait. 7th heaven, awful show. Not going down that rabbit hole, but I'm pretty sure they had some weird teaching moments, but they weren't really teaching you. I won't even go. All right, football, football, football. So week 6 was a fun one. It was a little on the low scoring side. Not too many high scoring matchups, but the people who scored a lot of points seemed to have faced each other, so it kind of evened everything out. So the winners from last week, you had me, Abu Kaki, staying undefeated, 6-0. I tickled John's little prostate, and he just came everywhere. Lost. John's team still winless. Winless. And then we had a pretty close matchup, I'd say. 112.082, 112.10. Champ beats Gary. And the league was watching. The league was watching. The league's been doing a lot of talking. And Joe's been doing a lot of talking. And everyone understands what I mean. But yeah, so Champ pulling one out. Brisket's bench warmers beat Kyle, and Kyle's team put up 36 points. But even if Kyle started Khalil Herbert, his team would have had, I think, only 7 more points. So I'm going to say he had 43.94 points to Brisket's 84.86. But still, Kyle, I will have to do something special because that is one, the lowest score I've ever seen. Two, this is your third time in 6 weeks being the LBL. Lowest score, LBL, low ball, lightweight champion. Kyle, your name is cemented on that. No one's taking the side plates off. That is yours. So Kysbula has come back. Champ is here. Oh, yeah, that's a fun one. That's a fun one. And then Steve McNair's Ghost lost to Joe, 101 to 112. Corey Lockman lost to Corey Boyle winning 114 to 96. And then the shrimp emoji, 91 to Brody and Michaels, 98. Dan lost. Brody won. Toast to all you young whippersnappers pulling out W's, and one of these, two of these to everybody that lost. But John, we're praying for a win, bud. You're 0-6. I get it. I get it. But one of these weeks you have to win. There's no way you go winless. If you go winless, I hope you go winless, and then in the first round of the toilet bowl, put up your highest point total of the year, and you're just out of the toilet bowl. Last place, but not the toilet. That should be your goal. Okay. Moving on. Let's go on to week 7. I'm doing these a little late. I did not do these on Thursday. On Thursday, I was too busy crushing a dirty burger and wings from Applebee's because that's what dudes being dudes is. So let's just go right to me, Abu Kaki, versus Brody and Michael. And Brody's coming out to Western Mass this weekend, so we're gonna be watching our matchup live together. So if I lose, it's gonna be pretty embarrassing. If I win, it will be expected. Right now, the matchup is me 113 to his 106. He's already had one player play, and that was Zach Ertz putting up 5.1. Yeah. Both of us have a couple buys this week. He's got Stafford on a buy. I've got Hurts, Devonta Smith, and Philly defense on a buy. I had Cam Akers, kamikaze his career. Yeah. So that was sick. Made a trade with Kyle. Picked up the undesirable DJ Moore, but I needed a spot to pick up a quarterback, and I didn't want Chase Edmonds or Zay Jones on my team. And Kyle's, whatever his record is, not very good. He just put up 43 points. So sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And Brody, I don't think you're going to win this week because you still got to face Kelsey. You still got to face Devontae Adams. You still got to face Jamar Chase. That's not fun for anyone. It's not going to be fun for you. Kamish is going to win that one. Count it. Next up. This is the closest projections of the week. It is Brisket versus Champ projections 112.07 to 112.87. It's ironic because Champ just won that matchup against Gary 112.1 to 112.08. So Champ likes to keep it close. Champ's an inch for inch kind of guy. You give him an inch, he takes an inch. um, yeah, Brisket already has 24.9 points. He had Taysom Hill as his tight end, 9.8, 9.62, and then DeAndre Hopkins in his first game back, just doing DeAndre things. However, he has Debo, and CMC just got traded to the Niners, and I don't know. That could positively affect Debo, but we'll see. We'll see. You might want to trade him to me. But you know what? I've been nice to Brisket, but I do want to bring something up about his team. I want to do some math live on the air. I don't know if he's a fan of math or if he's a mathematician, but we're gonna do some. His points against right now are the bottom of the league. He has the least amount of points scored against him at 507.96 points, and he is 2-4. So let's take that 507.96. We've played 6 weeks. So let's do some math. 507.96 divided by 6. That's 84.66 points. Your opponents are averaging 84.66 points, but you are only 2-4. You suck. But I'm picking you to win this week. I'm breaking the bank. Psh, Brisket, you're finally going to win, and you're going to win a matchup you're not supposed to. Champ should be the winner, but the thing is, I think you're going to do it. You're going to pull out. You're going to stick it in him. You're going to get it all the way up in him, all the way up in Champ. You're going to find it, and you're going to oh shit. Ugh. You're going to pull it out. So I'm picking Brisket, even though he's 2-4 and his opponent's average 84.66 points a game, which is insane. That you're 2-4. If ugh, I don't even need to do it. So I'm gonna pick Brisket just as like the upset of the week. I think he's gonna do it. Champ, I really think you're gonna win. Brisket, I think you've got this, man. Okay, so then we got Slim Pickens versus Tickle. I don't need to talk too much about this. Tickle's team's 0-6, projected 84.62 points. To Slim Pickens 111. Corey Lockman, you're going to win, even if you put up one of those stellar weeks of 96 points. I still think you win. Not much to talk about there. And then we've got Steve McNair's Ghost, Adam taking on some Pulp Gary. Gary's projected to win 112-92. Adam had Russell Wilson out, so there's still going to be some points, so projections really don't matter. He had Kamara play 14. This comes down to if CMC plays, because Gary has CMC. I think it's going to be great, but they did say they're going to maybe ease him into it. But it's CMC, so if he plays, you play him, because it's just like you just do it. And also fuck you, Gary, because now why do I even have Elijah Mitchell on my IR? So have fun with CMC. It's gonna be fucking sick. But this week I don't know. So as of now, I'm gonna pick Gary. Adam's team is just doesn't tickle me too much. And if Damian Harris plays, Ramondre's not that much of a smash, and Keenan Allen's hurt. Sutton's gonna have Raisin Brand ripen. So I don't see the path. Sometimes you gotta see the path. I don't see the path. I'm not gonna forge a path. So I'm gonna pick Garris to win that victory. And upon request of payment, $5, the matchup of the week, Joe Pussy Lovin' versus Dan the Shrimp Show. Bing bing. It's gonna be boring. Because I think Joe's gonna crush Dan. I've said this to Dan at work. I've said this to Dan online. I've said this to Dan in person. I think he needs to score some more points if he wants to keep his record. He just doesn't do it. He just doesn't do it. He claims it's my guys don't score touchdowns. Well, trade your guys for guys to score touchdowns, Dan. All right, Joe. You know, I say it every week. I like your team. I do like your team. And I'm going to pick you to win this week. But we're going to peel back the curtain. And we're going to take a look into the future. You've got me next week, and you're going to be missing Mahomes. And I don't think I'm going to pick you to win because I don't think you're going to win. So, Joe, this is probably one of the last times I pick you to win. So do me good. And then next week, I'm going to do you in. All right. So that was week 7. Oh, my God. You know what? Let's just do a special end of the episode LBL.
What?
Yeah. Hello.
Shout out to Kysbula. I hope it's not you this week, but I also hope it is you this week. Then you'd be a 4-time champ, quad champ. Right now you're just triplets, little turkey call, a little jive turkey. That's all I've got to say. It's been great podcasting, videoing, and talking for you, specifically Joe, because you've been requesting this every time you drink. So if you're thinking of me while you drink, who are you thinking of when you're in the pink? All right, commish out. Pew pew!